We're talking about the lack of places to buy healthy food on the city's south side. Good evening. We're glad you're here tonight. I'm Tom Powell.
And I'm Linda Jackson. What are elected officials doing to address this very problem? Well, Fort Wayne's NBC reporter Louis Tranny is focused on the fort tonight to lay out the issue and seek solutions.
Being a parent is a blessing, but it's no easy task. Shanita Red understands that. She lives on the southeast side of Fort Wayne, where fresh food is limited.
Red lives here on Woodview Boulevard. There's a Save-A-Lot about 2.5 miles away. Aldi is just over 3 miles, and Walmart is nearly 6 miles away. And the closest major grocery store is Kroger, about 1.5 miles away. Now that might not sound far by car, but what if you didn't have one and you had to walk?
Red was born and raised in this area. She's a single mother to her 8-year-old son who has special needs. For many years, she didn't have a car.
Very struggle.
So, to get to the grocery store, she says she pushed her son in a stroller and walked miles. Because of that, she couldn't use a grocery cart. It could only buy a few days' worth of food at a time.
I always felt like there were eyes on me, like people were watching me, trying to make sure I wasn't stealing anything.
To help her son, Red went back to school, got a better paying job, and now has a car. But with only one source of income, she has to decide whether to spend more time and money on gas to travel across town to buy groceries, or buy locally where fresh produce is limited and healthier food items are more expensive. On the other hand, she says there are plenty of nearby places to buy junk food.
You make do and you try to survive on your own means with what you can afford, and it may not be the healthiest choice, but it's what you're doing to survive.
To deal with the consequence of the food desert.
Dr. Charles Coates says 90% of his patients are from the southeast side. He says the area has the highest rate of obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes within the city. 1 in 2 black women over the age of 50 will have a heart attack or stroke. And 80% of black women, 21 and older, will experience obesity. He says socioeconomic issues drive this, and a key factor is the food desert.
You're almost teaching the kids actually not to go to the grocery store to get fresh vegetables because you're actually shopping within the neighborhood, which ends up being convenience stores. So you're going to the gas station to get milk, you're going to there to get your fruit, which may not be that fresh. And you get them set into a pattern and a lifestyle and how they buy things. And it's not because the parents want that, it's because the parents can't afford or don't have the ability to go to different places.
And it is a primary concern.
I sat down with Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry to understand how the administration plans to solve this problem. He says he's pushed for the development of urban farms and help create community kitchens to teach people how to cook healthy meals.
We're working on that now. That's all part of our plan for Southeast Fort Wayne.
But what about more grocery stores?
Is there any commitment that you can make now going forward to show the residents in the southeast side that help is on the way?
I've committed already to do something to Southeast Fort Wayne to make sure that more and more foods are readily available to them. We have been working with the St. Joe Foundation, which has historically put areas of food availability together for Southeast Fort Wayne. I recommitted to working with them.
Mayor Henry says residents here can also expect new initiatives soon, although he wouldn't go into detail.
When can people expect that announcement?
I think certainly by this summer.
I also spoke with Councilwoman Sharon Tucker. She says 20 years ago, there were more options for fresh produce and food on the southeast side. Restoring those options is a priority.
Councilwoman Tucker, are there any commitments that you can make to address this food desert issue?
My PACE, which is Project Activate Southeast Fort Wayne, a pitch competition where we are helping to create entrepreneurial businesses in the Southeast from within the community.
She says that initiative is already off the ground.
We have raised the funds that are needed to be able to provide wraparound services, grants to individual, so that we can help their business become successful.
In the heart of the southeast side, the new Utopian Community Grocery is trying to tackle this issue. However, co-founder Ty Simmons says his team has a bigger goal in mind.
Our goal is to pass this on to our children.
Simmons says they hope to inspire other people to launch their own businesses nearby. He says that would help improve the economic health of the community, the long-term solution to addressing the food desert.
We want this generation, the next generation, to see this model and say, I want a grocery store. I want to own my own gas station. I want to own my own restaurant. I mean, being a business owner is to inspire the people around you and the next people who come behind you.
Shanita Red says she's hopeful she'll see actual concrete changes. For her and so many other neighbors, there's a lot riding on what happens next, because she's not only fighting for herself, she's also trying to raise her son in the best environment possible.
My son is my responsibility, and it may be hard doing it alone, but at the end of the day, I chose to have him, and I owe him everything.
Louis Tran, Fort Wayne's NBC News.